Today we discuss the wild story of the Stardust Ranch. We'll look at the Edmonds family and what they encountered while living at the ranch for over 20 years. From paranormal to poltergeists, animal mutilation to little grays. This story has it all. Find out how the Edmonds dealt with it all and what finally became of the ranch. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you thought some of our past alien stories bordered on absurdity, stick around and believe it or not. This is Necronomipod.
It's a one-of-a-kind piece of property that just went up for sale in Buckeye.
And its owner says whoever buys it will likely have a lot of unwelcome guests. Lauren Reimer went to check it out tonight.
We have 4 bedrooms in the house.
This seemingly peaceful Buckeye horse property was recently put on the market.
We have a 10-foot deep diving pool.
According to its owner, John Edmonds, Stardust Ranch also has one quality you won't find anywhere else.
Well, we have 2 alien portals. We have one in the front and one in the back.
And through those portals, he says they often get otherworldly visitors.
The grays, unfortunately, that we have run into in the house and on the property are anything but peaceful.
I feel like we don't, as a group, do enough team building stuff. Whenever we hang out outside of recording, we're always just, stuffing our faces with food or getting annihilated. We need to, join a club or something.
Like axe throwing or something like that?
Yeah. We're not golfers, obviously. I don't know. Maybe disc golf, frisbee golf, something like that.
No. Like a hobby type thing?
Maybe. A hobby / team building, chess club, a book club even.
Not the frisbee thing, though.
No?
No, I can't throw a frisbee.
You like disc golf?
You can't throw a frisbee?
Really?
It
just doesn't work for me. I don't know why.
We have one of the best disc golf courses in the whole area in our town.
Yeah. Someone in my neighborhood actually asked me to go with them to that disc golf thing. I'm like, oh no, I can't do it today. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm a loser and I can't throw a frisbee.
What is it that you can't do?
I don't know. It just doesn't.
Like, do you release it too late and hit yourself in the head or something?
Yeah, it always goes sideways and shit.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't do it. I don't know
fascinating.
why.
Is it because you're very high?
No, this just never has worked out for me.
Is there a putt golf club? I would do that.
That'd be cool.
Like a weekly or a bowling club. You guys want to go bowling? We'll do like Big Lebowski style. We'll drink White Russians and
I don't like bowling.
throw rocks. You don't like bowling? I like bowling.
I miss playing chess. I haven't played chess in a while. I used to play a lot.
No, we never did our educational session on it. I've had that chessboard sitting in my house for about a year and a half now.
I'm supposed to teach you, right?
We were supposed to just get together and drink some bourbon and play some chess. Yeah.
Well, we got the bourbon part down. Just have to add the chess piece.
Yeah, we're good at that. We just got to do the chess part. Again, the team building, we probably would be better at putting these things together.
We could do karaoke like you did to start the show last week. You got a lot of high praise for your Chad Kroger impersonation.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I think I blacked out.
Okay.
I actually don't like karaoke. I think I've been karaokeing. I went karaokeing one time in my life, or did it. I like watching other people make fools of themselves.
Well, you laugh at them. You don't want people laughing at you.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I've never been drunk enough to where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go do that. Now, on a microphone for a podcast, sure, I'll entertain hundreds of thousands. But you're not going to watch me do it. You're just going to hear me do it. So we have been in touch. Declan told me we're working with Nickelback to maybe do some kind of joint production together. We'll see.
Really?
We'll see what comes of it. Who knows?
Do you know their new song, San Quentin? Can you sing
I have
all the
heard
songs to those?
I wish I hadn't heard it. But yes, I have heard it.
It's not good.
No, it's really not.
I think I was flipping through Sirius and maybe I stopped on Octane for Mr. Crowley, old Ozzy song or something.
And then it snuck one in on you.
I'm like, what is this horrible song? Oh, it's Nickelback.
It's really bad.
It's not good.
I would even say even for Nickelback stuff, it's bad.
It doesn't even really sound like Nickelback. It sounds like he's trying to be like a bootleg Metallica.
Or like a cover, a Five Finger Death Punch cover band doing a cover of a Nickelback cover band doing Saliva or something. Yeah.
Doing Sister Hazel.
Saliva.
Saliva.
Not saliva, but
Still,
it's not
maybe,
good.
Maybe it's like saliva.
It could be.
Yeah. But watch, it'll be number 1 on the charts for the next 6 months. Oof. That album will go to number. Is it a new album or just a random single?
That's a new album.
Is it?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Really bad.
We played it here before we recorded one night, remember?
That
was after I heard it, yeah.
It's not good. All right, well, we'll put that on the...
I mean, we're acting like we would expect it to be good, but of course it's not good. Why would you expect anything else?
But like I said, I think even for their standards, this one's bad.
Not saying something.
I don't know if I would have even known it was Nickelback. It sounds so different. Like I would have been like, oh, this fucking sucks, but I wouldn't have thought that it was Nickelback.
Maybe the rest of the album will be gold. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Chad Kroeger is like Tom Brady. He only has success.
I mean, it's true. He's pretty successful, right?
Yeah. Much as people don't want to admit it. Think of your favorite band right now. Chad Kroeger is probably more successful than that band. Think of your favorite athlete right now. Tom Brady's better. It's the greatest professional athlete of all time. Muhammad Ali, number 2. So anyways, we're going to put team building on the shelf for a while, I guess.
We passed right over that without me being able to respond that I think Ali is a much better athlete than Tom Brady.
How many Super Bowl rings does he have?
Jim Brown is the greatest football player of all time, not Tom Brady.
He couldn't sack Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady wouldn't hand the ball off to him because Tom Brady throws touchdowns.
Jim Brown would run right over Tom Brady. So
well, Tom Brady doesn't play defense, so
neither does Jim Brown.
Okay. Tom Brady wouldn't hand the ball off to him. So team building, like I said, we'll put it on the shelf. We'll come up with something else.
So this story focuses on John and Joyce Edmonds and the ranch that they purchased in 1996. The ranch, named Stardust Ranch, is in Rainbow Valley, Arizona. And when John and Joyce purchased the ranch, it was pretty remote and unfinished. The world became aware of Stardust Ranch in 2017 when John announced that he was selling the ranch, and he went public about the paranormal activity that he and Joyce were experiencing. They had Ghost Adventures come out and do an episode on the ranch. And according to John, former owner of Skinwalker Ranch, Robert Bigelow, visited the ranch, but we'll get into that towards the end.
Oh, Ghost Adventures. Why didn't you say that? The story must be true then. Obviously legit.
Just gave it all the credibility it needed.
Yeah, I've never seen any tomfoolery taking place on Ghost Adventures.
I really think tomfoolery is my favorite word.
It's a great word.
We use it all the time on the show. It's fantastic. Can we do a tomfoolery shirt and do it like in like just the Necronomipod logo? So like the last 3 letters have like the red.
Absolutely.
Sure.
All right. So that'll be something we don't follow up on. But it's a thought that counts, right?
We're idea men, Mike. We're not follow through men. Right. We have a lot of great ideas.
Fantastic ideas.
Fucking Declan's the follow through person. He just never follows through.
He might be the most incompetent intern of all time.
Get rid of his ass. Get one of those micro wrestlers in here and they can be our intern.
We show up with like a table, like open interviews.
They can bartend too.
It's true. Well, Declan certainly can't do both.
No, he's terrible.
I asked for a Miller Lite the other day. He brought me a Mike's Hard Cranberry Lemonade. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, pal? I asked for a Diet Miller.
Which it begs to end. The bigger question is, why do we even have those in the house? Who's drinking those?
I think they're his.
He brought them with him to work?
His mom packs them in his
clown. His mom packs them in his lunch. Here's your bologna and your Mike's Hard Cranberry, whatever the fuck you said.
You go work hard for those nice boys. He shows up, we just give him a wedgie.
Mike fucked your mom last night. Oh, that's why she made you a shitty lunch. She was cum drunk this morning when you went to work, motherfucker.
We just look at him eating his sandwich. How's that bologna sandwich taste? That's not mayonnaise. That's Daddy Mike's jizz.
Back in 1996, John and Joyce were looking to slow down their lives a bit. John had moved to Arizona in his early 30s and opened up his own psychology private practice. Then he met Joyce, who at the time worked for the FBI. After a bunch of years of busting their asses and saving money, they decided that they wanted to buy a ranch. John would close down his private practice and Joyce would eventually retire. Most ranches in Arizona were out of their price range, but because the Rainbow Valley area was still pretty remote and the ranch was unfinished, John and Joyce could afford to pay cash for Stardust Ranch, which I'm sure is still a lot of fucking money.
It was $237,000. I did a little recon on the real estate stuff here. And it's only 10 acres. I mean, when we talk about ranches out west, at least I do, I picture this big, like Skinwalker was 500-acre ranch. Like I picture this big grandiose ranch. This is 10 acres. It's not that big. So ranch, I think, is in quotes here a little bit.
And what, 237 for 1996? That's a pretty nice ranch.
It's a nice chunk of change. It's a nice property, but I don't know. Like when you hear ranch out west, don't you think of big sprawling hundreds of acres?
I think of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, and Skinwalker's 500 acres. That's a big chunk of land.
Much smaller by comparison.
Yeah, 10 acres is not that big. So these two, at least on paper, seem like legitimate, professional people, not scam artists or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, he for real had a degree and had his own private practice and stuff.
Yeah, they seem like legitimate people.
Weird stuff started happening on the first day John and Joyce moved in. The day John and Joyce went to the ranch to start moving, they opened up the front door to find all of the previous owners' belongings were left behind. Like people just walked out one day and didn't come back.
Hey, did they call it Stardust or was it already named Stardust when they moved in?
I think they called it Stardust.
Like that was their name for the property. What would you call your ranch if you bought a ranch?
Big Dick Ranch. I'm just small.
I mean, your ranch, not what you would call our ranch.
I don't know. What'd you call yours? Did you have something in mind? Or you just,
no. I'm just asking you.
I don't know.
I don't have a good answer.
I'm not a fan of naming things like that. Like I understand it's pretty popular for ranches to name them.
Yeah.
Like I don't name my cars like people do. If I had kids, I certainly wouldn't name them. Like I'm just not. I don't like to put names on things.
It's so permanent, right?
Yeah, right.
Like you don't know how long you're staying here.
Like maybe I want to stay at the ranch for 10 years and let it tell me what its name is.
Just be Mike's Ranch.
Like based on the theme for the last 10 years, this is like the Lot of Pussy Ranch. Or this guy collects fake championship belts ranch. Just let it name itself.
Or like Coxman only in his own mind ranch. Something like that.
It's like in Small Prince, he's only in his own mind ranch. Assistant to the regional ranch.
I don't have a good answer. I thought you might.
Maybe it depends.
And you did. You didn't disappoint.
Maybe it depends where you live too. Like maybe you base it like if we're doing for real, like base it on the theme of the area. Like, I don't know what's in whatever the Arizona, whatever the terrain might be or whatever wildlife might be right there.
It's like out in the desert, I think. It's like 35 miles west of Phoenix is the area we're talking about.
Yeah, so maybe based on that, whereas like, I think I've talked about on the show how much I love Wyoming. If I was out in Cody, Wyoming, maybe it'd be something like, Big Buffalo Ranch or something like that. Or like Big Buffalo Sauce Ranch. More fitting for me.
That sounds like a delicious ranch.
Stardust Ranch is a good name, though.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't the Stardust a Vegas place?
You're thinking of Cody Rhodes.
Oh, of course. I was thinking that for later. I was going to make sure we didn't not mention Cody Rhodes once before he left WWE to go to AEW. Do you know this?
I do know this.
Oh. Do you remember him? Like, were you with us watching wrestling? No, I think
Goldust or Stardust?
Goldust was his brother.
Yeah,
like in real life, his brother.
Yeah.
But then Cody Rhodes, before he left WWE, became Stardust, and it was like a Goldust-esque.
Oh, I'm thinking
character.
of Goldust.
Right, yeah. But Cody was Stardust.
Okay.
And then he left to go to AEW before he came back. So there's been a lot of wrestling talk break in this show. But
I'm just trying to follow along, fellas.
Stardust was a gimmick Cody Rhodes had. It was kind of cool gimmick. He was like a mystical type
fancy
thing.
He came from outer space or something.
Like it should have been a stupid, like ridiculous. I mean, it still was ridiculous. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Enough wrestling talk.
All this stuff was in the house. Like the people just left and didn't come back. John was pissed, and the realtor was like, just sell all the stuff or keep some of the appliances, if they're newer than the ones you have now. And John wasn't having it. So the realtor said that he would try and contact the previous owners. John and Joyce went out to grab some food while they were waiting to hear back, and they were gone for about an hour or two. And when they came back, all of the contents of the house were in the pool. There was a huge in-ground pool on the property that wasn't filled. Now there's just tons of shit in it.
Can I just say that I found the original listing for this house? Mm-hmm. The pool is not that big. It's just a little tiny in-ground.
So it's not going to have it's not going to have refrigerators and things in it.
I mean, yeah, it could fit some stuff, but I don't think the word huge is applicable in this scenario. It's just an average, regular, small to medium in-ground pool in the backyard. Did you read this guy's book?
Yes, that's what I used for everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he inflated the size of his pool. Okay, that's what I assumed.
So we're already inflating the size of pools.
Yeah, this is all based off of John's book.
Ascension Code, is that what it's called?
No, that's a different one.
Oh,
he has one that's just called The Incredible True Story.
Oh, who wrote
Stardust
Ascension
Ranch.
Code? I thought that was his. That must have been someone else's.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
John said that his initial thought was that the realtor hired a contractor to come move the stuff, and they kind of just said fuck it and threw everything in the pool. But given that it was only an hour or two that had passed, John knew that that wasn't possible. John called the realtor back, to which the realtor said that he had nothing to do with it. And as the conversation went on, the realtor told John, "You paid cash for the ranch. It's your problem now, not mine."
That must have been a hell of a Yelp review.
Wonder what security cameras would have shown if they were installed in the pool area.
Maybe nothing.
The realtor never drove out to see this for himself.
So nobody actually saw it other than allegedly John and Joyce.
Right.
There's a lot of uncorroborated stuff in this story, in my opinion.
None of it's corroborated. I mean,
I'm trying to soften my language, but
well, I mean, if we're already
it's
gonna
all
start
uncorroborated.
lying about the size of the pool, pick your battles. Maybe tell the truth on the little things so that we might believe the big things.
Yeah.
About 2 months into living at the ranch, John said one day while he was at the house alone, he saw a man walking down a long dirt road to the house. John went out to meet the guy because there shouldn't have been anyone on the property. John said that the man was about 5'9", was wearing a green button-up shirt with the sleeves cut off, and had long gray hair and a gray unkept beard. And this guy was holding a machete. John walked up to this guy, and at about 10 feet away from him, John said, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Like that kind of stuff. The man told John that he lived there, and John assumed that this guy was talking about an old shed that was on the property, and said something to the effect of, "I don't know what the arrangements you had with the previous owners, but you can't live here." At that point, the man said to John, quote, "I kill the monsters." To which I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. You just got to get the fuck off my property." And this guy told John that, quote, "You're going to regret that," and just walked back up the dirt road.
That would be creepy.
Yeah, and this guy, he said this guy was had half his teeth missing, looked like he'd just been out there forever.
Oh, you don't say.
So you assume it's some bum, some drunk who just stumbled up on your property.
Yeah.
It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Where'd he come from, though?
Well, like you said, maybe he thought he had an agreement with the previous owners or something.
He was just walking around town and came back for the day.
A drifter. Perhaps.
Drifter.
That's what also made me think that this was a very big ranch, that somebody could just slip in on the property like that. I'm sure that could happen on Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
On Skinwalker, you could be living there and they might not know if they weren't patrolling it.
Yeah. Oh, it's right off the street.
What is?
This ranch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like you can stand in the street and be like, yeah, that's the house
you
right
see
there.
it right there, yeah. That's what I mean. The term ranch is deceptive. It is.
Because it was on its own. So it does make sense that it'd be weird how this guy got in there then.
Yeah, then it'd be nobody should be on the property for sure.
Oh, yeah. That's right there.
Hang on, is the pool in this picture? It's just a little in-ground pool.
If I went to a hotel and that was the pool, I'd be very disappointed.
Exactly.
That'd be one of those womp womp. That's a Best Western hotel pool. That's what that is.
If that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's one of the new remodeled Best Westerns, Best Western has that beat. Ugh. Now I know how every girl that slept with me in college felt like when my pants came off. She's like, oh. You mean like big. Okay.
I was led to believe the word huge was appropriate in this room. Ian's outline said it was huge.
Ian's outline said this cock would be huge. Wah, wah. What's that? You have that sound clip we use on trivia where it's like, bam, oh. Don't you have it? That's what happens.
So John and Joyce were thinking to themselves, like, what the hell is going on with this ranch? And they got a few answers when they tried to have a landline installed. John called the Southwest Bell Telephone Company and scheduled an appointment. 2 times John scheduled the appointments to have the landline installed, and both times no one showed up. John spoke to a manager because he was pissed, and the manager told John that the ranch had a reputation and the contractors refused to do work there.
Really?
So there's stories of a high school kid killing himself, like senior year, shot himself in the head with a shotgun. In the Ghost Adventures episode that we talked about in the beginning, they do a depiction of this kid committing suicide. It is fucking graphic for no reason. Like you know what I'm talking about. You watch it, yeah.
They did it in the house or on the property. Like the kid lived in that house at the time.
Yes, that's the
family that not who they bought it from, but the people that lived there before the previous owners.
Right, twice removed owners. Whatever. Right. Yeah, when I was watching that the other morning, the Ghost Adventures thing, and that like I thought it was going to be like one of those like cutaway type kill, you know, like you just hear,
show it.
Yeah, they just, and his fucking head just explodes everywhere. I'm like, what is happening?
Must have been Sweeps Week when that episode aired. Any of those rating pops.
That show is one of the most ridiculous shows I've ever seen. I cannot believe it's just season after season. Was it like 30? 20-something seasons.
Yeah, I have never seen an episode.
It's absurd.
I just see the little clips you guys show me of Dude Bro and stuff.
I just have no words for that show.
This is what you guys want to go see live, right?
No.
Ancient Aliens.
Oh.
We missed that, by the way.
Yeah, it was like 6 months ago. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
What show did we just say?
Ghost Adventures with our pal Zach Baggins. He's got the museum out in Vegas. With the paranormal stuff. He had Robert the Doll visited.
I remember that. I think I was mixing up the 2 shows and probably mixing up 2 different people.
That's not surprising, Mike.
Who's the dude with like the spiked hair? The Dude Bro.
Ancient Aliens.
Okay.
He's like smokes a lot of weed type bro.
He's not a dude bro. Zach Baggins is more of not exactly a dude bro.
I always call the Aliens guy a Dude Bro, and I just assumed he was the same guy on whatever the Ghost Adventure.
He's been confused this whole time. I feel bad, Mike. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's two ridiculous men, right? That we're discussing. It doesn't matter. I think all my jokes still stand.
And then out of the corner of my eye, I caught this white light, and it was also caught on video. Whoa! What was that?
It's the we're all gonna.
It's like previews of everyone. Whoa!
I do get a good laugh out of it.
It is it's something. Like, what's that spirit box thing they have? It's very loud. It's like and you're trying to hear like this audio above emanating from the spirit box.
I think we should do an episode on like paranormal equipment, because there's some really cool stuff out there.
Like EVP type stuff.
Yeah, but there's even like some really cool shit like the voice of God helmet that can make you feel like you're having an out of body experience and stuff. Like there's some really cool stuff. That guy's just a fucking idiot, you know, and kind of makes a joke of everything at the end of the day. Like he has a cool museum and stuff, but
yeah, like that's cool.
He makes everybody look like fools, really. So there's a story of this kid that killed himself in the house. There's also talk of a white supremacy group that previously owned the ranch.
Really?
There was like a shootout happened there, like an ATF type thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like before, like, so 3 removed them? Previous owners?
It would have to be. Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't really see like anything concrete on that.
Yeah. Is anyone supposedly got killed in this shootout?
I'm guessing, yeah.
It's like some more spirit energy for the house.
Yeah, bad stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
John also started seeing UFOs, basic ones, just lights in the sky that he would catch and like, oh, that's not an airplane kind of thing. And then basic poltergeist activity, cabinets opening up, closing, stuff moving around their own. Very Skinwalker Ranch-esque in how things are playing out.
Is it coincidental that Robert Bigelow sold the Skinwalker Ranch to a little bit of fanfare in 2016, and then later that year, the beginning of the next year, this guy wanted to sell his ranch, and coincidentally, all these things also were happening at his ranch, and he's trying to shoehorn a lot of different types of activity into this ranch.
Dave, you don't believe in coincidences, so
no, I sure don't.
I think that answers itself.
But it's like, ghosts and paranormal and UFOs and grays, and he's trying to hit, check all the boxes here.
Are you implying he was trying to do a quick money grab?
No, I think I'm outright saying it, but I'm going to save that for the end.
Oh, okay. We're only on page 2.
So maybe, yes, I'm implying it at this point.
There's a lot of parallels here between Skinwalker Ranch.
That's my initial opinion here. So we'll see.
I mean, so far in the story, how, the Gormans with the Skinwalker Ranch, they saw the wolf on the first day, came walking down the road and just walked away. They saw some UFOs and then they had poltergeist activity.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like this guy should have been like, look here, Pilgrim, I was a fake rancher cowboy. Take your machete, I'll pull my 6-shooter out and teach you a lesson, monster killer. Gotta be John Wayne out in the fucking desert on your ranch, right?
If you're going to live in the wilderness, you got to be tough. That's why I don't do it.
Gotta be like the fake cowboy rancher John Wayne. Absolutely.
Fake cowboy rancher / racist John Wayne.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Didn't he say some fucked up shit in Playboy or something?
Yes. Complete racist, that guy. He's not a nice person, John Wayne.
No, why do we keep having him on the show? Why do we invite him back?
He's a fucking asshole. Bar him from the studio.
Is Declan going to stop him?
You would think. He's back crying in a corner thinking about how you fucking anally probed his mom last night.
He's sipping his Mike's Hard Cranberry out of a straw.
Look here, you communist Declan.
I'd love to see John Wayne kick Declan's ass. That'd be all right.
It's not very nice. He's our employee, Mike. What are you talking about?
We don't
threatening violence.
We don't pay him.
Jesus.
I'm not even sure why he shows up every week.
So as this paranormal activity started to ramp up, John and Joyce started to experience the classic animal mutilations on their property. John got the idea that he wanted the ranch to serve as a nonprofit rescue for Rottweiler dogs and horses. John had, I want to say it was like 6 dogs at the time, and one of them was his favorite. And he was out doing some work on the ranch one day, and he came upon his favorite Rottweiler completely flattened, like something just crushed it. He said it was about, say like 2-3 inches thick. No insides anymore, nothing, no blood.
So in Ghost Adventures, they showed the flattened horse.
Yes.
Didn't look like a flattened horse. It looked like someone had skinned a horse and laid the hide on the ground.
It looked suspect. It looked suspect.
It was
for sure.
Eerily intact. The whole hide. Like, yeah, someone skinned a horse.
They went and bought up one of those bear rugs and laid it on the ground, and they were like, look, this bear got mutilated.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but very suspicious. I didn't see a picture of the dog flattened, though.
I don't think a picture of the dog exists.
I will say, he came off as having a really good time on Ghost Adventures. Like he wasn't living in terror on this ranch. He seemed glad that Ghost Adventures was there. He seemed to be having a good time talking about these stories. He didn't seem to be in duress.
Yeah.
Exactly because of all these things that were taking place. That was my impression.
So it doesn't help his case much.
Yeah, it didn't.
You know what was really fucking weird about Ghost Adventures with him? He's wearing 2 different shoes in that whole episode.
I did notice that. Like one was like a golf shoe and it had like that fanned out thing on the right side. Yeah. And then his left foot had a different shoe on.
It was throwing me off.
I thought I was imagining that. Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like,
what's he doing? Did the alien take his other shoe? What happened here?
That's really weird.
Yeah. I thought I didn't see the angle right. But
that's probably the weirdest thing we're going to talk about tonight.
Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Or why do that?
I don't know.
The fucking media superstar Zach Baggins in your house. You can't put a pair of shoes on, motherfucker.
You can't find the other one.
Maybe Annabelle came with Zach and stole his shoe.
They probably were thrown in the pool or something. Couldn't get to him.
So this dog being flattened got John a little closer to hitting a breaking point. Like I said, this was his favorite dog. And he said that the property itself was changing him. Like John felt very angry all the time. Like he was on the verge of snapping.
Yeah, welcome to the club, John.
So at that point, John started buying a ton of guns, specifically AK-47s. Because when you're on the verge of snapping.
Sure, that's what you need, a stockpile of AK-47s. It's a good weapon, though. If you're going to do battle with some fucking UFOs, the AK-47's a good weapon.
I would listen to that argument.
I just made it. You heard it.
Just saying, I would listen to that argument.
At this point in John's story, things start to take a turn to get really creepy. With all the stress of the paranormal activity going on, John and Joyce decided that they needed to get away for a bit.
Can I just say that this story here, if it was true, would be one of my favorite stories we've ever talked about.
Oh, yeah.
It's super fucking cool.
Yeah, and very creepy.
Yes.
They very rarely did anything outside of being on the ranch and work. So on a Friday night, they decided to go out to dinner in Phoenix. John got dressed and sat down on the couch to watch TV while Joyce got ready.
You mean she wasn't ready yet? No. You had to wait? No.
Sounds like you have some experience with this, Mike.
I just call that happy hour, and that's when I start drinking.
Yeah, right.
If I'm going to sit and wait, and I'm going to start having some Diet Millers or whatever I'm having that evening. Maybe 15 shots of whiskey. Who knows? Depends how long you're waiting.
Depends who you're going out with.
Also that.
After a while, John heard Joyce say that she was ready, and John turned around to see Joyce wearing a red dress with her makeup done. And he's like, God damn, I didn't know we were getting dressed up like that.
He's like, I got my two shoes on, one left, one right. I'm going to fucking have to change now.
It's like I made the effort. They almost match. This one's white and this one's
it's the weirdest
cream.
shit ever. So they got in the car and started driving to Phoenix. And John said that it was one of the best conversations that they had in a long time. Like for a second, they forgot all about the shit that was going on at the ranch. When they got to the restaurant and got seated, Joyce said that she had to go to the bathroom. John pulled his cell phone out of his pocket and turned it on to see if he had any messages, which I had to put in the notes here. That is the most fucking annoying thing that old people do. I can't stand that.
What?
Turn on your cell phone.
Oh, turn it on.
To see what messages. Like, just fucking leave it on and I would have been able to get a hold of you. Old people doing that.
I have not done that yet, so I'm not at that advanced age, but I will try not to do that as I grow older.
I wonder in this day and
I'd appreciate it.
Do old people like old people nowadays turn off their iPhones?
Why would you do that?
That's what I'm asking. Like, I don't think they would. Maybe it was because this is like the old flip phone days.
Yeah.
Where, I even struggle if I see those flip phones to know how to turn the sound off. Nowadays, it's one little button on the side of an iPhone that your sound's off.
So you think that's a thing of the past?
And if you're using an Android, then heaven help you. There's no hope for you as a person in general. But
my mother-in-law still does that. She only turns it on when she needs to use it. I'm like, well, I can't. We just can't get a hold of you.
Yeah, so
even a landline's on all the time. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah. Like, just turn the volume off.
Yeah. In my experience, old people do that a lot, and it's really annoying.
I never have the sound on my phone. I just don't ever, because I don't want to be caught in one of those situations where you forget to turn it off and it goes off at the wrong time. Yeah. My phone is always on silent. I don't even have the vibrate feature on. Just always on silent.
Same.
And then,
if I look at it,
we all check our phones enough that it's not like hours are going to go past where you don't see anything. So
be like Mike out there, everyone.
Or be like Dave, Getting up there in age, but you still keep your phone on. Good for you.
I do what I can.
And he'll even wait till you go to the bathroom and check his messages. He won't even look at his phone while he's sitting there having dinner with you. You're a swell guy. Very in tune with the conversation.
Thanks, man. You're all right. Appreciate you putting that out there.
Well, because I'm the opposite. I'll just be looking at my phone while you're talking to me. Sorry. Got bigger fish to fry.
You're looking at your phone while you're deep in Declan's mom, so it doesn't matter what you're doing.
It's true. I'm on the Twitter, scrolling through, seeing who died today.
Texting Declan. Did you ever hear your mom make this noise, Declan?
Well, he's just down the hall in his bedroom. He still lives at home. So I text him like, "Hey, listen for this one. 3, 2, 1, now." And then you really start working her over, and he has to hear it. Give her the old what for?
I am not hard in the slightest right now.
That's what Declan's saying in his room. We all know he's lying.
So when John got out his phone and checked his voicemail, he had multiple messages from Joyce being super pissed that John had obviously ditched their dinner plans. John called Joyce and was like, "I'm sitting at dinner and you're in the bathroom here." To which Joyce is like, "No, asshole, I'm at home, upset that you left me here." As John was trying to wrap his head around what was going on, the Joyce in the red dress sat down at the table, and John told the real Joyce on the phone that he would call her back. John looked across the table and said that this was the first time that he really looked at Joyce's face since they got to dinner. John was driving the whole time that they talked in the car, and it was dark out, so he said that he never made eye contact, but now that she was sitting across from him, John said that her eyes were completely black. And John immediately stood up and just took off, left the restaurant, and left behind the doppelganger of Joyce.
Wow. So
he left her with the check. That's what he did.
Yeah.
He left her with the check. Doppelganger Joyce had to pay that bill.
He should have doppelbanged her. It's like a free pass, right?
Should have brought her home and had a threesome. Who are the two women? Both your wife.
You're not cheating.
It's not cheating.
Strangely enough, it appears that the doppelbanger Joyce was a better conversationalist than regular Joyce. So
yeah, I feel like that's a weird jab at his wife that he makes in that book.
He wrote that in the book.
Were they still together when he wrote that?
Yeah.
Yikes.
They were together up until the end of the story. There's a lot of things that John says in his book that it's like, God damn, man, that's like a weird jab at your wife.
But he wrote the book in what year?
2019 that came out.
And he was still married to Joyce at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that would be something you put in a book if she was like your ex-wife.
Yeah.
It's just like a low-key like jab.
That story, if true, is very cool. Very scary, but very interesting. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do in a situation like that.
And John says in the book that the doppelganger thing has happened multiple times.
Wait a minute.
But he doesn't ever talk about the other ones. It's just this.
He chooses to keep those quiet.
Yeah.
He did anal with doppelganger Joyce on another time, I bet. That's why he's not talking about it.
Well, he said that there was even doppelgangers of him.
That he did anal with himself.
that like Joyce encountered.
Hey, you just fucked yourself up the ass.
he jerked himself off and just call it masturbating. 4 hands are better than 2. You can get all the holes.
I don't know. It's a very cool story, though.
It is a cool story.
Like, I'd like to believe in the back of my mind that this happened, because I would love for something like that to happen to me personally.
So the phenomena started getting stronger, and stuff like John couldn't find the keys to his car, and they would just drop in front of him like they came out of the sky. He and Joyce also started waking up with weird marks and bruises that weren't there when they went to bed. They both started getting the feeling that something was happening to them while they slept. At that point, John started hiding baseball bats around the house on top of his multiple AK-47s. Then after a couple months of waking up with these weird marks, John had a face-to-face encounter with what was causing them.
So, but speaking of those marks, Joyce said she was actually molested. Like she said she woke up and her thighs were rubbed raw. like the Grays or whoever was in the house had molested her.
That's
a whole different level there.
It's an ongoing thing. It's gone on for like 10 years.
10 years? That's a long time to live in a house.
Long time to get dry humped raw like that.
Yeah. The Amityville people left in a few months, right?
Yeah,
6 months?
Yeah, George Left was out of there.
They made that story up and then they got the fuck out of the house.
Art Bell would have been gone in 13 seconds of the first thing happening. He's made that very clear. You don't stay in one of these houses.
No.
I wouldn't either.
That's what most people.
If this is true, I would have been gone as soon as that stuff was in the pool and I figured out that nobody actually did it.
But I guess if you're financially restrained from that, like if they sunk all their money into buying this ranch, you didn't have any other money, you had no place to go.
Did we say that though? Because I mean, she's FBI, he's a psychologist. They're probably okay.
I don't know.
And also what I would probably do is just not tell anyone and just sell it. Get that stuff out of the pool and then just sell the fucking house.
I just think it's presumptuous to say, "Oh, I would leave and go somewhere else." Like, not everyone has that option or also, the resources available to do that.
Sure, but go stay at the Best Western for 2 nights and have an actual huge pool, and then you're fine.
The other thing that's really weird about this story with Joyce is that she, as far as the aliens are concerned, like the shit that we're going to get into, she never sees any of this for herself or really remembers any of it. She says that she's taking John's word for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so that whole like molested by the Grays thing, there's 3 options. Either she's lying and she's in on this story with John. There really are Grays doing something to her at night. Or it's John doing something to her at night. And then it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, she wakes up.
That doesn't make the story fun at all.
No, yeah, then that's a whole different story.
But she wakes up with the raw thighs, right?
Right, so
maybe John drugged her and rubbed her thighs raw in the middle of the night.
Does she wake up with the raw thighs?
That's what I'm saying.
Or is that just part of like their scheme and story?
That's the question.
Right. I'm not trying to belittle and say I don't believe her if there was some sexual assault going on. That's not the case, but I'm not sure that's the direction the story is going.
I mean, we're going to talk about it here in a bit with John just firing AK-47s in the direction of Joyce. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those 3 things. On this first encounter, John's own words were, quote,
"On the night of my first engagement with them, it was not a sound that brought me out of my sleep. It was a touch. I had been lying in bed for about 90 minutes with my eyes closed, unable to fall asleep. In some kind of dreamscape, in and out of consciousness, and I felt a cold and clammy thing touch my arm around the wrist and stroke my forearm along the inside right up to my elbow. I just want to smell his dick. I immediately sprang into action. I grabbed the baseball bat from behind the headboard and I swung as hard as I could right in front of me on my side of the bed. I heard a hiss. It's a little hard to describe. The closest thing I can compare it to is if you take a knife and puncture a soccer ball or football. It was that sound of the sudden evacuation of air underneath pressure.
Like a queef.
I flipped on the nightlight, and there they were, 3 of the gray aliens right inside the bedroom on my side of the bed. They stood about 4 feet tall. They had no genitalia. Their arms and legs were very thin. They were a little thicker up in the chest area, and their waists were uncommonly thin. They had large globe-like heads with bulbous black eyes. Their eyes were what haunted me the most, like insect eyes, giant fly eyes. Before I could get another hit in with the baseball bat, they literally phased out. Now, I know I sound crazy, but believe me when I tell you, Joyce has seen this over the years. People who have stayed at the ranch have seen this. They literally phase out as though they are behind an invisible stage curtain. And that was my first encounter with the Greys. So in that quote we read before the break, he said Joyce has seen this over the years and people who have stayed at the ranch have seen this. Who are those people?
So there's a doctor we're going to talk about later on. There's also some talk of a woman that had liver cancer that was cured from the ranch, but
really,
that's not in the book.
You would think that would be a big part of the book. Yeah. I, in fact, make that an entire chapter.
I don't understand why the book says that Joyce has seen these things, because in other interviews, you know, he specifically says that Joyce has not seen any of this stuff, that she's just taking his word for it. Like, he has to explain to her what happens.
Why do we think that is?
Like, in reality or in the story being true?
Both.
In reality, I think he's obviously gaslighting her.
Yeah.
For what reason, I don't know. Or they're in on it together.
That's what I was gonna say. So are we taking a stance on that yet? Like, is he gaslighting her, or is she just in on this and just playing the dumb? Oh, I didn't see any of this, but he told me.
It's a big stretch to believe all of this if you've never seen any of it, and you'd have to question why all this stuff took place at your home and only your husband saw it. So I would lean towards her being in on it.
As opposed to Barney Hill, who was literally just a victim of his wife's abuse.
Poor Betty.
So John, at this point in his story, you know, his life is kind of in shambles to a degree.
How can you live peacefully like that?
Yeah, it's just all day, every day.
Yeah.
But it was coming time for taxes, so he needed someone to do his taxes for him.
Or when our shyster was coming, IRS.
So he found this Mormon guy to do taxes for him. And they got to talking about the ranch, and this Mormon guy was like, well, maybe I can figure something out for you and help you out.
It's like, I happen to have my magic underpants on, so I can probably take care of this for you, Johnny.
This tax guy arranges for John to have an exorcism carried out on the ranch, a Mormon exorcism.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah, so the way he said it happened is they had their white shirts on, their whole deal, but it wasn't like all that screaming and shit like Catholic exorcisms. They just kind of walked around and prayed and kind of did this mumbling type of prayer under their breath kind of thing. John said that the pipes in the house started moaning like really fucking loud. Like, said it almost sounded like someone was talking through the house. But
the spirits communicating through the pipes, because what other way would they communicate? Makes sense.
Yeah, the property wasn't happy about it.
You're Jeff the Talking Mongoose. You just fucking learn to talk. Right?
That's true.
You be a go-getter. Pull yourself up by those bootstraps and you learn how to fucking communicate. Patreon.com/necronormalpub.
Hey, get that Mormon asshole with the magic underpants out of this house.
He's not moaning like a little bitch. He's fucking talking.
And at this time, Joyce starts levitating.
What?
Yeah, so John.
This is every non-serial killer story we've ever talked about. This is all of those genres thrown into one.
That's right. It's a composite.
This is like the grande stuffed burrito at Taco Bell. Like it's a little bit of everything that we've talked about.
A little bit of paranormal in my life. A little bit of alien grays in my life.
Yeah. And then like just sprinkle it on top. You had like that little accoutrement of doppelganger just thrown in there. Animal mutilation. We got some of that too.
So John said that he woke up one night to Joyce levitating.
Who hasn't? Am I right?
And he was always able to stop her before she gets out of the room. He would be able to wake her up.
Wait, before she floats out of the room.
Yeah.
While she's levitating, he's like, "Come on, back to bed."
Yeah, he gets her back into bed.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. So then they get this. They start to figure out that she's actually in the process of being abducted by aliens. That's what's actually happening. According to John, this is not in the book. This is in a recorded interview with him. He said that Joyce told him that she would rather die than be abducted by aliens. So that's why John gets all crazy with the AK-47.
He said that on Ghost Adventures. They had an agreement. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if Joyce was in on that agreement for real or not.
He had an agreement.
I'm going to kill that bitch before I let the aliens have her. If I can't have her, nobody can have her.
Ugh. Jealous much, pal? Don't make her feel better than
I ain't going to be having no grays fucking my wife up there in that spaceship. I'm going to cut her in half with that AK-47 before I let that happen. That's
Fun fact, I once fucked Declan's mom wearing a gray suit. It was awesome. I walked into his house, looked at him, I was like, take me to your leader. And I fucking banged his mom out on the couch. Don't worry. I made him like a Stouffer's home meal before
some Stouffer's mac and cheese or something.
Something like that. It was like one of those ones with the little brownies in it too.
Like a complete meal?
Yeah.
Kids cuisine, remember those?
Yeah,
nice.
I made him a kid's cuisine. Mac and cheese, green beans, and a little brownie.
You covered all the food groups. That's nice of you. Thinking about Declan's nutritional well-being,
exactly.
Mike.
And then
Appreciate
I gave his
that.
mom some protein.
So, this is John's words on this whole using AK-47s to save Joyce from the aliens.
In every instance, once I finally got her to open her eyes, she would slowly descend to the floor, sit up, then stand up, and calmly walk back to bed. In each of these instances, she had no recollection the following morning at breakfast of what had happened. This, as you might well imagine, put a strain on our marriage. Joyce had to believe that I was telling her the truth because she had no recollection of it. Of course, that said, with everything we had seen going on at the ranch, it wasn't a huge leap of faith of her to believe that she was levitating above the bed, outside of the bedroom, and down the hallway towards a final destination we did not know.
I feel like he could have thrown a rope over the top of her with some sort of like pulleys or something and did like the Chinese basket trick and spun her around on his dick because she's got the levitation part going. Like, that would have been great.
Make some fun out of it.
Yeah.
Make some chicken salad.
Chinese basket trick, no basket needed. Hell yeah. Just spin her around.
This finally reached a dramatic conclusion one night when I was unable to wake her up even by grabbing her ankles. Nor was I able to stop the slow movement 3 feet off the ground, down the hallway, and out the side wall. She went right through the wall. All I could do was walk beside her to see where the traction beam was taking her. When I got outside, using the door, because, how else would you get outside?
Well, she went through the fucking wall.
He clearly didn't, though, right? So I opened the door to get outside. I looked up, and there was a metallic disc in the air, maybe 100 feet off the ground, and maybe 100 feet in diameter. And out of it was coming a blue-white light. I ran back into the house and got an AK-47. Joyce was moving underneath the center of the disc. The blue-white light was still fixed on her. I trained the AK-47 on the source of the light underneath the disc. I opened up with the banana clip, which, for those of you who don't know guns, is 2 clips taped together upside down, so that when one runs out, you pull it quickly, turn the clips 180 degrees, and reinsert it into the AK-47. Whatever I did, it worked. The blue-white light disappeared, and Joyce was dropped to the ground. This time, she did wake up fully. This time, she did have full recall of what had happened.
I didn't see anything anywhere where she said like that she had full recall of any of this.
And she's never come out and disputed any of that.
But and said like none of this happened to me.
Right.
No.
How do we know the tractor beam didn't switch her with the doppelganger Joyce? They took the real Joyce up in the spacecraft.
She's still up there, maybe.
Left the doppelganger down here. He's been doppelbanging the doppelganger.
Well, he
Ever
did
since.
say, though, he noticed a difference in the face when he finally looked at her.
Well, they fixed that problem, though.
Oh,
She had black eyes.
they had time to tune.
They're like, oh, we forgot about the eyes. Let's fix that.
They had
little
time to
detail.
kind of touch it up a little bit, make her a little bit better.
This story might be sillier than Ed Walters and Stan Romanek.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, it's somewhere. There's like this.
Well, Stan Romanek went as far as trying to give us video evidence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where Close Your Blinds originated from.
it is.
Well, that theory I've always had, but that's when we made it known.
Well,
on
it's
the
common
show.
sense. Sure.
Yeah.
You applied your learned knowledge to that show, though.
Do you know why I've never been abducted by aliens? Because I close my blinds. If they can't see you in the house, they don't know that you're there.
Jury's still out, but it might be sillier than that.
If you start shooting guns in the bushes in his underwear, now we're really taking over Ed Walters.
I think John was probably wearing his underwear when he was doing this in the middle of the night.
And his wife's in a tractor beam and he's firing off fucking
AK-47
AK-47 rounds at the spaceship.
I think he's going above and beyond Ed Walters. Ed Walters had a shotgun.
Yeah.
It was like with just one big shot.
He unloaded a whole clip and
Banana clip.
put another clip in.
Do we appreciate his hustle, though, of just trying to sell this house? He's making a go of it, right?
I personally do. You're like in a, small 10-acre ranch out in the middle of nowhere, 35 miles west of Phoenix. And
trying to sell this house.
Maybe some stuff happened here. Maybe some stuff that the general buying public who might be interested in purchasing a ranch like this are not fully aware of. Let me make them aware of the goings on at my Stardust Ranch, and maybe they would be more inclined to purchase this property that I have for sale.
And like we said, after Skinwalker, it's the hype. It's the cool thing. It's a sexy topic. But I guess if you're a part of the paranormal UFO community, you probably don't take kindly to that, right?
No.
Was there any MUFON or NICAP involvement in any of this? Did they ever come check it out?
Nothing credible. No, nothing that I...
It didn't even meet the criteria enough for them to start, staking him out and sitting outside his house?
No.
Okay.
Zach came, though.
Yeah, Zach came.
Well, no one's on his level, right? Like, I mean, he's the best of the best. We've established that. He's the ultimate dude bro. Him and his fucking high buddy on Ancient Aliens, I guess. I thought they were the same person.
I was going to say 10 minutes ago, you didn't even know who the fuck we were talking about.
I think they're both just dude bros. If you showed me 14 photos right now of whoever this guy is you're talking about, Bilbo Baggins, I could not tell you who he is, I don't think. I could tell you who my dude bro is from Ancient Aliens.
I'm more impressed you pulled out Bilbo Baggins than anything else.
Where'd that come from?
That's fantastic.
I read The Hobbit back in high school. That was where I decided to end that journey. And I decided not to go any further with that shit. That is not for me.
If we remember back to Skinwalker Ranch, the Gormans had this really weird fucking encounter where it was like a trailer pulled up on the ranch property. And then this big figure looking like it was wearing a astronaut's outfit stepped out and it was just standing there staring. It was very weird. And it was like, you don't even know what to make of something like that. John kind of had his own thing going on with this, and he described it as being like the Michelin Man. Like, so, the kind of looked like he was just made out of tires, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the Michelin Man, sure.
Yeah, so that was walking around on his property, something like that. That looked like that. That was big, and he said when he got close to it, it looked like it was made out of Brillo pads.
Let's say, yeah, they mentioned the Brillo thing too, running around.
Good thing it wasn't a sponge. You would have ate it.
So the way that John tells it in the book is that like he just sees this thing wandering around on the property, and he's gotten to a point where he's like, everything is kind of becoming just normal life, seeing shit like this.
My wife's floating out the door. She's going through walls. There's Michelin Men running around. There's aliens landing. There's dead horses. There's
our pets' heads are falling off.
Just wanted to retire and save horses. But no.
He said one time the Michelin Man entity got close to him, like got too close for comfort, and John unloaded on it with the AK-47. And nothing really affected it. Like it didn't even really acknowledge his existence at all. It just kept walking.
I picture the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to attack him.
That'd be the ultimate WrestleMania match, right? Like the Marshmallow Man versus the Michelin Man. Hell in a Cell. The only way to contain them, right?
That's
so
right.
Keep puffing up. Cell's there.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Someone needs to book that shit.
Did he ever put cameras up?
Well,
Dave,
I was going to bring
you're
up
asking on irrational questions now.
I'm going to send Mike some pictures for social media.
Send the Declan. I don't.
Yeah. Never mind. I'll send it to Declan.
He'll probably lose them, but I'll make sure he gets them when I'm over there making his mom an omelet.
He's got pictures. There's no video, but there's pictures.
Okay.
There's pictures of a sword that we're going to bring up later. I threw this part in the outline just because I was just fucking blown away. On page 99 in this book, I even highlighted the page. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
In page 99 of
John's book.
John's book.
Yeah. He says, quote, I read Fire in the Sky, the Travis Walton abduction story. However, I remain a little bit doubtful because Walton had been a lifelong UFO enthusiast before he got abducted, and it just seemed to me like he was poisoning the whole experience.
Really?
How dare you, sir?
I know. That's exactly how I felt. Like the nerve on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was literally for no reason. It was just like out of nowhere.
Just a dig.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you talking shit on Travis Walton?
So in that Ghost Adventure show, when Zach was out there, he took a day trip and went and met Travis at the phone booth where he called for help, and they went and on the side of the road and visited the spot where Travis got dropped off by the aliens. And I still hold the same opinion as Travis. He's probably the most credible UFO eyewitness that we've ever discussed. He still holds up. His story hasn't changed.
I wonder if something happened.
Still very credible.
I agree.
I wonder if something happened behind the scenes of Ghost Adventures, because this book came out afterwards. I wonder if Travis was like, hey, fucko, we know you're lying about all this.
They got them together or something, and they maybe scrapped. And
like he had a bet, like he thought maybe Travis was gonna be more on his side in the show. Or,
yeah, something.
That could be. That's interesting. That very well
because
could be.
it was like a dig at Travis out of nowhere, and I'm like, this motherfucker is talking about shooting AK-47s at UFOs. Yeah. You have the nerve to, try to discredit Travis Walton.
I still 100% believe Travis Walton, and watching that show just reinforces that. Still very credible.
That's one of the few things we unanimously agreed on, right? Like, I think we all believe that story.
I think so.
The movie's a little goofy, a little campy, but
sure,
it's still a good movie. Actually,
early 90s.
I enjoyed it.
Type. Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is that all those guys, all of them, took multiple lie detector tests from different places, and they all passed. I think that statistically gets to be impossible after a while.
Not that I 100% believe in the accuracy of lie detectors.
No, neither do I. But if you're going to take the one guy took 6 or 7 of them, and he passed every one.
No one ever showed any of those guys
7 of them
to be lying.
If you aren't sure you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like I would have punched people in the face the 5th time they asked me to take something.
Yeah.
The only thing that would have made that movie better is if probably Nicolas Cage played Travis Walton, right?
That would have been really cool.
I mean, wasn't a her.
You can't argue that. Like Academy Award we're talking at that point.
Who was it? D.B. Sweeney, right?
Something like that.
D.B. Sweeney, yeah, that was good.
I don't remember. That was one of those movies where I didn't know a single person in it. I don't think. It's been a couple years since I think whenever we did that movie, that show that we all watched it, but I don't remember anybody big name being in that movie.
It's really cheesy, and then the alien scenes are fucking terrifying.
They're very terrifying.
And Travis did not have a good experience. He's one of the ones that was very scared by everything.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It's cheesy, but it's not bad.
So in December, and John estimates that it was 2007. So we're talking like 10 years at this point. All this stuff's been going on. John was driving behind someone who was driving a truck that was filled with shit, like they were moving, along with a Christmas tree, like they had it tied to the top of this truck. John said that he kept thinking to himself that as soon as they hit a big bump, everything was going to come flying out of the back of this truck. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. But this person didn't stop to get their stuff. They just kept driving. So John pulled over to check it out. And among all this random shit was a samurai sword. And John's like, all right, picked up the samurai sword and went home.
I would too.
I mean, there's nothing.
What are you going to do?
If you saw a samurai sword sitting on the side of the road, would you not pick it up and take it home?
Was it a Hattori Hanzo sword, though?
No, I think it was a Conan the Barbarian.
So fast forward a couple months. John found his favorite horse dead on the property.
Fucking bullshit.
No blood. There's the classic UFO mutilation. And at that point, John's like, fuck this. Got his samurai sword and thought to himself that, and he says it in the book, that it is war. I'm going to war with the Greys. With the Greys. Like, next time I see a Grey, it's on site. They're getting the samurai sword. And he's walking around with it at all times. Like if someone was like a security guard armed with a gun, John's armed with this samurai sword now.
He's like a mall cop with a samurai sword.
Paul Blart, mall cop. Kind of an underrated movie. That's a funny movie.
I don't think I've seen that. No, I did not have time in my schedule for that one.
Sorry. I mean,
I'm glad you did, though, mister. I've never seen these classics, but I've seen Paul Blart.
Yes, of course I'm going to watch
the
Paul
fuck
Blart.
out of here.
Yes, of course I'm going to watch Paul Blart.
This guy's never seen Die Hard. He's seen Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Fuck Bruce Willis.
Are you kidding me?
Kevin, Kevin James is a tougher man than Bruce Willis could ever be. If they ever want to go toe to toe, my money's on Kevin James. Paul Blart Mall Cop is a better cop movie than Die Hard. That's the official Necronomicon stance.
No, it's not.
Declan, write that up.
You've never seen Die Hard. You can't make statements like that.
I would rather poke my eyes out with needles than watch Die Hard or any Bruce Willis movie. The only good Bruce Willis movie is Armageddon because he dies in the end.
Oh, spoiler, 25 years old.
Where's your little thing? You know, I have it again. We got spoiler one ready to go.
Spoiler. It's too late, though. You already did the spoiler. I need it before you say it.
I didn't know where that conversation was going to go.
So one day, John was sitting home alone. Joyce was at work, and John had just finished doing some work on a motorcycle. He sat down on the couch with a Pepsi and was watching some TV. And all of a sudden, John felt like the pressure in the room changed, and he could feel that the Greys were close. John had been working on keeping his emotions at bay because he felt like he could trick the Greys. Like, don't let them sense fear. And I don't know. It almost sounded like a camouflage. Like if he just acted like nothing was going on.
Yeah, like Steven Seagal in that Ja Rule movie he was in. What was that called? Half Past Dead, when he beat the lie detector test. Remember that?
Holla.
I don't even understand what just happened.
Holla.
Ja Rule made a movie, or
Steven Seagal Ja Rule movie is called Half Past Dead, and Seagal was like an undercover.
and you're making fun of me from Paul Blart Mall Cop. You're watching Ja Rule movies.
I've seen everything, though. You can't make that argument. You've never seen Die Hard, and you have time to watch fucking Paul Blart.
Because I have self-respect. I don't watch Bruce Willis movies. So Ja Rule made a movie. Who directed it?
I don't know who directed it. Steven Seagal, undercover agent in Ja Rule, and he beat the lie detector test.
Holla.
It's a good fucking movie. Half Past Dead.
Sounds like it should go on an Academy Award.
I think that's the right movie. But yeah, they were questioning him because he was undercover. And so the mob bosses or whoever was like, put him into lie detector test or whatever. And he beat it because he's Steven Seagal and he beats everything.
So that's what John was doing. Similar
Same
stuff.
thing, right? That's what made me think of it.
So John just started changing channels on the TV like nothing was wrong.
Holla.
The way you initially said it, you were like, he was in that Ja Rule movie.
Well, it is a Ja Rule movie.
And that's when I was like, wait, Ja Rule made a movie?
Ja Rule made lots of movies. What are you talking about?
He did Fast and Furious stuff, right?
I don't know.
Something
I watched like
similar.
the first one. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't remember.
I took it as Ja Rule made a movie and he cast Steven Seagal in it. And
I don't think he made the movie per se. They were both in the movie.
Right. And from what I understand, Steven Seagal is a prima donna piece of shit. So I could not see him doing that. I've heard nothing but negative things about Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
And that he's a phony too. Like he's not.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about him.
There's that video of him like beating like just kung fu fighting all these Japanese guys, and they're just rolling on the ground. He's like moving very slow, knocking them out of the way. It's very funny.
Meanwhile, it's like choreography practice for like a movie.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't love him.
I did love those Seagal movies in the early days, though, but he turned out to be kind of a tool.
But that was like the 80s, right? Like when all those action stars were coming up.
Yeah, Above the Law, Out for Justice, Hard to Kill. Those first three Seagal movies are cool.
He did a movie. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a straight to DVD with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, fuck. I wish I remembered it. I'm going to have to look it up. But
was Ja Rule in it?
Holla.
I don't believe that anyone chooses to work with Steven Seagal twice. So maybe Ja Rule was like, I'm out. No thanks. I'm not going to work with Mr. Seagal again.
I feel like we could get Ja Rule on the show at this point. I would love to talk to Ja Rule. Because every thug needs a lady.
I don't know. What's he doing these days?
We had a little bit of a PR issue with that fire festival thing.
Oh, that's right. He was that guy.
Yeah, that shit got weird.
So he's
Didn't turn out too good.
So he's looking for anything to make the comeback,
Probably.
Right? Why don't we be that stepping stone?
I'll headline Ja Rule's comeback tour. I'm a big Ja Rule fan. That'd be awesome.
What do you think? He's just at jarule@gmail.com?
Probably. Ja.rule.
Ja.rule.
Absolutely.
gmail.com. All right, I'm going to send that out. I'll personally do it. I don't trust Declan to do this. I'll do it. ja.rule@gmail.com. Hello, Mr. Rule. Heard you're looking for a comeback. Sorry about your past endeavors.
Tell him about
discussing Steven Seagal, and your name popped up.
Tell him about Declan's mom. You know how we do it, feet to shoulder. It's like when he's fucking Ashanti in the back of the Yukon.
That's how we'll bond over that. We'll bond over fucking girls. And
Holla, holla.
that's how I'm going to title the email. Holla, holla.
I got a fetish for fucking you with the skirt on. The backseat of the Yukon.
That'll be a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool.
All of our fucking
I would love to talk to Ja
paranormal
Rule.
and macabre.
That's fucking awesome.
We do all these serial killers ghost stories. One Sunday, we just release a full episode of us talking to Ja Rule.
That'd be the greatest thing ever. Come on.
So Firefest. That sucked, huh? Tell us about it.
How about those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Am I right?
Holla.
How the fuck did we get on this? Steven Seagal.
Like beating the aliens test reminded me of Steven Seagal beating the lie detector in Half Past
That was a
Dead.
stream of consciousness that, like...
Good thing I had that Ja Rule clip handy, am I right?
So first time in weeks you had a good clip handy.
So John's just sitting there chilling, and where he was sitting, he had a view of their sunroom, and he said that he watched 3 grays materialize, like they came out of a portal. And the way he describes it is like you just see them kind of poke out of thin air. Like sometimes you'll just see like their forehead come through,
Like that Skinwalker portal.
Yeah, and they just kind of look around. He said sometimes they just slip back in, sometimes they fully come out.
That's scary. I think he's copying off Skinwalker, but still scary.
So acting like nothing was wrong, he went into the bedroom and grabbed his samurai sword.
He's like, no, I'm not doing anything in here. Just, I'm not grabbing my sword at all. Just hanging out.
John casually walked down the hallway, opened the screen door to the sunroom, and straight up ninja style cut the head off of one of the grays.
Fuck yeah, John.
And the other two just vanished. And John was left with the body of a dead gray. He put it in the freezer, but when Joyce got home, the body was gone.
Question. Is it illegal to kill a gray? Answer. No.
Later on in the book.
How can it be?
He claims to kill like 18 of them, right?
There's a whole lot of this going on throughout the book. This is just like the first time he talks about killing one.
And their bodies just phase out, like they said before. They just go away.
Is he a psycho or is he a savior?
Some might say he's both, Mike.
Holla, holla.
There's this quote later on in the book that just had me cracking up. John wrote, quote, "In the time I had been living at the ranch, I killed numerous grays, a number of them with my samurai sword and a number of them with my bare hands, picking them up by the ankles and just smashing them up against
Fuck yeah, Johnny. Kill those alien invaders, motherfuckers.
Fuck them up.
So with all this killing of the grays, there's pictures on John's Facebook because it's still active and it's still public. There's pictures of like a pool of dark blood. Like it's not blood. It's like brown, real brown. It's a weird color with like the sword laying in it. And,
oh, of course.
And tissue and stuff. So the tissue samples were sent to biophysicist Dr. William Levengood. Dr. William Levengood is a for real biophysicist that's real interested in the UFO world.
Was.
So John said that he sent the samples to Dr. Levengood, and then Dr. Levengood told John that it was a mixture of animal and plant cells. That,
like, he had the key to alien life or something. It was nothing from Earth.
Right.
It was the missing whatever.
Dr. Levengood ended up passing away from a heart attack, and all those samples disappeared. There is no...
and he had a fall in the... he had a heart attack and fell in the office, and the samples all were gone.
Yeah. There's no actual credible evidence that Dr. Levengood had anything to do with Stardust Ranch. It's all what John has said.
Interesting. Did he know? Is there evidence that he knew Dr. Levengood?
Not that I saw.
Nothing that actually put them together that proved any of it.
Right. There's a picture of the sword laying in blood.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably when he killed that fucking horse. Huh? Am I right?
John has a whole chapter about Robert Bigelow from Skinwalker Ranch coming out there.
Cousin of Bam Bam.
He is not a fan of Robert Bigelow.
What? He based this whole story.
Yeah, he calls Robert Bigelow a scumbag in the book and
stuff.
I think...
I wasn't expecting that.
He says that Robert Bigelow came out there and tested stuff on the ranch, then refused to give him the results of those tests.
The results or the answers that he wanted of that test.
And he said that Robert Bigelow kept lowballing him on the price for the ranch to buy it. And he doesn't give any numbers or anything in the book. Maybe he came out there. I don't know. There's nothing there's nothing online for sure that says that he was there. But I think the reason that he didn't buy is because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, he went
Bigelow's like, I don't want your fucking 10 acres. Thanks, pal.
I have 500 on the road.
I'll pass.
Like he saw the Gormans, story out there, and you would think, based on just reading their story, you're like, oh, that sounds fucking crazy. That's no way that shit's happening out there. He went, saw it for himself, bought it, and then it's turned into what it is, with government, testing and stuff. So I think that if there was really stuff going on out here, Robert Bigelow would have bought the ranch for sure.
Seems likely.
Yeah.
He had the means. This wasn't that big of a ranch. We're not talking that big of a price tag.
He's like, oh, this would be a nice in-law suite. I'll give you $100,000.
Right. Yeah. I think the initial asking price was $1.7 million. And then after he got all this publicity, I think he tried to inflate it and went up to like $5 million.
$5 was the price that I saw.
Okay, yeah.
And they bought it for $230,000, $236,000.
That's when they bought it for $96,000.
20 years earlier.
Yeah.
John got contacted by a woman named Dr. Brandy Howe. Doctor is kind of loosely used with this woman.
It usually is in these stories.
She was a chiropractor.
Hello.
She's like one of those ladies that runs a crystal store.
Mm-hmm. We know what you mean.
She came out on the ranch and did all this cleansing stuff, a lot of meditation, things like that. At one point, she had a sword that was not a samurai sword, more like a He-Man type sword, like a Conan the Barbarian sword.
Like a trident type sword.
That's badass.
And she says that she was out on the ranch and that sword got struck by lightning. She talks about that in Ghost Adventures.
She does.
Even Zach asks the cameraman if this is for real. Even he has a hard time listening to Dr. Brandy Howe talk about getting struck by lightning.
Because she's talking about like invoking Jesus, and he's like, are you saying you're invoking Jesus to the aliens? Because I wouldn't think that aliens would be affected by Jesus. Demons, yes, not aliens. She's interesting. She also said she saw the aliens come out of the portal in the house.
In this house?
And they look like Klingons from Star Trek. Yes.
Is that Phantom Menace?
No, Mike, that's not the Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
Star Trek.
Got it.
But yeah, she said she saw the portal open and 3 aliens that resembled Klingons in the house came out of the portal.
You would think John would have put that in his book. Sounds like good, juicy information.
Yeah, no, I wasn't in the book.
He's got a, quote, doctor telling him that she saw these beings coming out of portals.
And like the lightning was hovering, like there was an alien aircraft right above her that shot the lightning down.
She's big into that whole idea that clouds are actually UFOs.
Uh-huh.
And like if you
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and if you are like enlightened enough or whatever, and you can actually see them sometimes.
Oh.
Have we discussed that before? If so, I have no recollection of that. So there's people that think clouds are UFOs.
That idea gets thrown out.
That sounds like that Jordan Peele Nope movie I just watched.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that yet? Where they were kind
No.
of in the clouds, the UFOs.
How many? Is this his third one?
Yeah.
I saw the first.
It's okay.
I haven't seen the second one.
I didn't love it.
I didn't love the first one as much as everyone else did, though.
I like the first two.
What was the first one called?
Get Out.
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
That was good.
What was the second one? You remember?
Us.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That one's really good.
That was great. Yeah. This last one.
It's not a sequel, though,
all
right? Us is its own. They're all their own standalone.
Yeah.
I thought for sure when Dr. Brandy Howe got introduced to this story, it would have been something like Stan Romanex. Remember, Stan ends up getting with this woman that was also abducted by the same aliens as Stan was, and then they have this connection. They found
That's
each
quite
other.
a coincidence.
Well, and then she comes and like stays at Stan's house, and Stan was basically having an affair and
That's right.
gaslighting
He's like,
his
hey,
wife.
guess what? This
I forgot all about that.
this girl's moving in with us because she got abducted by the same aliens. Fucking crazy, right?
I remember that he was a piece of shit. I just forgot why. Now I remember.
Yeah.
He was a pedo too.
Yeah, he got busted with child pornography.
Yeah, someone, Oh, that's right. Never mind. Okay. Piece of shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, John passed away February 27th, 2022. The last thing I saw on his Facebook was a post made by Joyce trying to save the ranch. She had a GoFundMe.
They still owned it.
At that time, yeah, because it was a post about a GoFundMe to save the ranch. It made $635.
Oh, man.
I was going to put in here like a link, like if you want to throw her a couple bucks, but the GoFundMe is closed, unfortunately.
The ranch sold on October 5th this month.
A couple weeks ago.
$720,000.
So not $5 million.
No. Seems like it might have gone out of foreclosure. I couldn't tell. And so maybe it was picked up at a sheriff's auction. Not clear. A lot less than the $5 million. A lot less than the $1.7 million,
Yeah.
5 years earlier that the initial asking price he was trying to get.
It'll be interesting to see what happens to the new owners. Perhaps this will continue. Perhaps it won't.
It would be interesting, yeah.
I'm going to put my money on nothing happens from here on out.
Like the house isn't very nice. Like the inside, it's just kind
Would you
of.
take the time to fix it up if you're being haunted every day?
Well, he was there for 10 years.
21 years. We're there for 21 years.
20 years, excuse me.
Yeah.
Just
96 to 2017.
Does not seem like that great of a place.
And that's if they moved out in 2017. Did they move out right away? They might have still lived there.
I don't think they moved out.
No, they were there
They
until
put
the
on
day
the
he
market.
died.
Okay, so yeah.
It was just foreclosed
25
on.
years, 26 years they lived there.
What do you think about what Zach and the crew captured on camera during the Ghost Adventure show?
The shadow thing walking?
Yeah.
I
Like shadows happen.
Yeah,
Sometimes
man.
like a car could be driving by and the headlights go in the window.
yeah, I mean, they said it was one of the Greys, right? Supposedly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They had the spirit box they're putting their hands on two different doors. Which one should I enter? And the spirit box said, like, dude, I don't know.
That's the thing.
Don't get that show.
That's actually I would say the biggest piece of evidence that Ghost Adventures is just straight up bullshit, that they came out to Stardust Ranch and left with all this evidence, because there was nothing paranormal.
There's legitimately nothing was going on.
Yeah, there's nothing paranormal ever happened at Stardust Ranch. I think it's either one of two things with this story. It's either John was just straight up gaslighting Joyce and concocting all this shit, or like you said, he saw that Skinwalker sold in 2016.
I think that's what it was.
It's like, oh,
I think she was probably in on it too.
Yeah.
They read reports of what.
I think she was on it.
Yeah, they read reports of what Bigelow got for Skinwalker, and they're like, oh, let's throw all the fucking everything happening at this ranch. Grays, paranormal, suicide entity coming back, this and that, cattle mutilation and everything. Yeah.
It gets really, it's like outlandish after a while in this story, you know? It's like the whole samurai sword thing is just, like, you expect me to believe that?
Yeah.
That a samurai sword just bounced off the back of a truck?
Yeah.
And that became your main weapon?
It was like God sent.
He also talks about nunchucks in some interviews, but he doesn't talk about the nunchucks in the book at all. Of
course not.
He talks
See some nunchucks whooping Gray's ass. That
Sounded
sounds
better
good.
when he had to beef up an interview. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to bring up this. I'm going to give you an exclusive. Haven't talked about this in my book. You know that I'm trying to make money on. Tell you the whole story, but I use nunchucks.
I used to make nunchucks. Yeah, I want to see some Grays getting her ass whooped. I have my nunchucks Chinese Star factory in my garage going on.
Did we talk about this on air or was it off air?
I don't know.
I never made nunchucks, but I used to buy the little gimmick toys at all the whatever store I was at.
Oh yeah, butterfly knives, Chinese stars.
We just talked
nunchucks.
about this, going to like super like trashy fairs and being able to buy
yeah.
butterfly knives.
Oh yeah.
I don't recall
at the carnival or whatever.
Yeah, you walk out, you're a certified ninja.
Fuck yeah.
There was also,
and you have a laser pointer.
And a laser pointer.
I got the laser pointer right here, man. What's that?
Do you?
Absolutely.
What? Have we
Look
used
at
that before?
Woo woo, Hellraiser. Woo woo.
Yeah, we used
Look at Pinhead. I got it so I can show you guys stuff on the TV, but it
that's
doesn't really work on the TV.
Yeah, it gets weird when you put it on the TV.
I forgot all about that.
There was one other thing on here where there's a nuclear power plant about 40 miles away, and one of the guys involved got big skin cancer. Remember they showed a picture of his skin cancer arm from dealing with something. It wasn't really clear what happened.
Who was that even got the cancer?
I'm not sure. I was only half paying attention because the show, I just can't with that show. And then I looked over to my right. Surprisingly, they caught it on camera. The white light that had been in the corner of my eye. Okay. I don't know if it was Satan or Beelzebub or Jesus, but I felt a weird sensation. And like that one clip they were filming in the room, and he was holding the sword.
Yeah, he got like possessed by the sword.
And he was possessed, and they were leading you to believe he was about to chop the head off of one of his crew who was sitting next to him.
So it seemed
They're like, Zach. They were like freaking out. Zach. He's like, oh. I was like possessed for a second. I didn't know what I was doing, holding this sword. Little did I know that when I picked up the sword, I would have no control over my actions.
Meanwhile, you have people like Heather Dobson that we interviewed that wrote a couple books, like doing actual cool stuff, trying to, look into the paranormal and stuff.
Without all this nonsense.
Yeah.
I find no credible evidence here. I believe he poached Bigelow's story. I think he saw what Bigelow or reportedly saw what he got for the ranch, for Skinwalker Ranch, and concocted with his bride Joyce. Not the doppelganger Joyce, the regular Joyce.
Yeah, the real one.
The real Joyce. These stories, they threw everything in there and said, I think we can pump up the price of our ranch. And I think that's what happened. It kind of snowballed from there.
I wonder why.
Why not make it believable?
Pick one thing.
Skinwalker Ranch had it all, but the Gormans were terrified of it, you know, and they wanted to get the fuck out. And they took a big hit on that. You know, Robert Bigelow didn't give them what they paid for it. Yeah, I mean, maybe if he acted like he was scared of everything.
You look at the show and he's having a good time. He's talking about, you know, showing Zach, letting him hold the AK-47, explaining what a banana clip is, talking about how he's shooting at the UFO. He didn't act like somebody who had been terrorized for 10, 15, 20 years and whose wife had, you know, fucking levitated out the door and was almost abducted by a spacecraft. It's not the feeling I got.
Yeah, like... You didn't kill any Greys with a samurai sword.
No.
You shouldn't have brought that up. Like, you should have left that shit out.
Like, after you killed the first one, wouldn't you have put a GoPro on your head for when you killed the second one, so to capture some evidence of it?
Something.
None of it. This whole time, there was no photographic anything. You didn't install cameras or
even Stan thought of that.
Yeah,
Stan
anything. Stan had great video of the alien out behind the blinds in the backyard.
He at least made the effort to provide it.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
Made the effort.
You got to make the effort.
I think it's just the, you know, same shit.
Yeah.
People make up stories, makes the rest of the UFO world, makes it tougher to figure out what's what. Same with, you know, Zach Baggins makes it harder for people looking into ghost things.
And I love this doppelganger story. Like, if that was true, that is some cool fucking shit. And I would love to see that, but
he told that story good. I think that one was good.
That's a good story.
Because he said that he just like left. Like, as soon as she sat down, he saw the black eyes. He didn't say a word. He got up and took off. That's what you would really do, I think.
That's a good story. That I want to believe.
I mean, I would like to believe that he really killed a Grey with a samurai sword.
Absolutely. I want to believe Black Eyed Kids, too. I'm still waiting for him to show up my door one night and let him in for tea time, but hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Thank you very much to new patrons Laura Brigner, Brittany, Andrew Goslin, Lorna, Goose, Kat Lobov, Madwood, Julie Covington, ran out of free shit fuckos. Fuck Augusta Geen, marry Mrs. Hildebrand, kill Britney Spears, Derek Sando, Dank P, Patrick English, Thursday brunch on College Mike's fuck schedule, Russell Gunn, Life in Humboldt, Arlie Roost, Amy Hammond, My Balls, Your Jaws, Shanna Tucker.
It's not even me.
Ben Over, Bitch, Nancy, Markayla Blattner, Count Poison, Bryant Brown, Ashley Sparks, Spooky Forever, Fuck Ian Twice, Marry Dave Forever, Kill Mike by Snoo Snoo, Michelle Freibarger, Edmund Bollenbacher, Casey, Mike sounds like Tom Hanks Chode Muffin.
What the
Ron Howard, Wendy.
Is that the real Ron Howard?
Yeah, right. Can you imagine?
Thanks, Opie.
Wendy, Crystal Wright, Vicky Hendricks, Mike's Hard for Shawn Michaels Tights, Memphis Moth, Krista Mackey, Melinda Trotsky, Hazel, D. Snootson Blue.
I think it's D. Snutzer Blue.
Okay. Amanda Jones and Molly Souza. Thank you very much. Patreon.com/Necronomipod.
For iTunes, I have one for 23 Huey, Furry Pickles. Got a whole bunch of, like, they pushed a whole bunch of letters. Hannah Potato, Brittany Bogard, Renard A, Fisker Vivinkey.
Fisker, I just met her, Ian.
Epidemic Hillary, I'm a Hooker, Mercury Love, and Armstrong JC. Thank you guys for the awesome reviews.
All right, Dave, what do you got?
On the international reviews, I have Jackie James from Australia and Happy 665 from Great Britain. Thank you for the reviews, guys. And on the military shout-outs, Paul Cook, Marine Corps vet, Brianna Kern, Army veteran. Guys, thank you so much for your service. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, patreon.com/Necronomipod. I don't know the link for a new website. I think you just go to Spring and search Necronomipod. Is that correct?
It's on the link tree, Mike.
It's on the link tree.
It's on Necronomipod.com too, under the merch tab.
So check us out on Necronomipod.com or on any of our socials. Click the link tree. It's the first tab right up top. And thank you very much.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.